I'm sure you sometimes consider yourself pretty unlucky when it comes to playing video games. It's the most frustrating thing in the world when you're looking for loot and your friend is constantly bragging about all the guns they keep getting, while someone is tailing you with a pump shotgun. Most of us have had experiences in-game where we just aren't the luckiest, and it oftentimes leads to our deaths. Whether you lag at the worst possible moment during a build battle, or you just don't get the best gun from a chest, today's video lists the top 10 unluckiest things to ever happen in Fortnite Battle Royale. Before I get started, don't forget to drop a like on this video and hit subscribe so you can keep up with all our daily Fortnite videos. Also, I respond to everyone in the comments. So if you think you're as unlucky as people mentioned in today's video, let me know down below. And if not, just say what's up.
Why the heck?
Number 10. In the first clip of today's video, we have a player at the stadium near Tilted Towers who sees a golden scar in the vending machine for a hefty 500 wood. As any player would, he immediately decides to collect wood to get this gun, which practically guarantees he will do well or even get the victory royale, if you're decent. However, he has to sacrifice some health to get the gun in the storm, and as soon as he gets out of the storm, he sees a nearby chest on the roof of a broken down house. At this point, all the player wants is a med kit so he can heal from the damage he took from the storm. But nope, of course that's not what he got. After wasting all that time mining virtual trees to get a rare gun, he gets the same gun a second time from simply opening a chest. If he were in a duos or a squad game with his friends, then I'm sure his friends would have been happy to take the gun off his hands without having to grind to get materials like he did. But oh, that poor soul. Number 9. Here we have a player who has quite a bad drop into Tilted Towers, but still manages to pick up a purple scoped assault rifle. While dozens of people fly overhead, he sees someone straight ahead and hits them twice right before they try to go hide behind a pillar for cover. While this drift may think that he is safe, it is quite the opposite. The player who has the scoped AR is able to shoot off his toes from right next to the pillar he's hiding behind to kill him. If only the drift moved to his left a fraction of an inch to prevent himself from being shot in the foot to his death. If I looked back using the replay system and saw that's how I died, I would have punched a hole through my monitor. Number 8. This spot goes to one of the few bush campers still left in the community. To my surprise, this player isn't using a default skin like most players who hide in bushes just to say they're top 10. Well, this player is on this list because they died in the most unlucky way possible. Instead of being spotted and headshotted by a sniper, like most players who hide in bushes, they are accidentally killed by another player who missed a grenade launcher shot and it ricocheted off a wall into the bush. The player who killed his bush camper didn't even know anyone was over there, and could have quite possibly died if it weren't for this insane grenade shot. Even if that player hadn't died to the grenade launcher, I'm sure he would have died soon after because he was alone in a squads game with only 7 people left. Number 7. We've all shot bullets on accident thinking we were using shields or meds, but how about killing yourself on accident with grenades? This player is healing in a squad game in a 1x1 of wood when he picks up and accidentally throws a grenade down instead of using a slurp juice. Surprisingly, he's able to edit a door to escape out, but as soon as he opens it to get out, there's a parking meter in his way and he is stuck. On top of this, as soon as the grenade explodes knocking him down, it reveals him and his partner's location to the nearby enemies, and of course, the first thing they do is kill him because he's downed. I hate players that do that because now you just have to watch your friends play for the next 20 minutes if they survive. Even if they do end up winning, it's just so frustrating to think that they could have just revived you and you could still be playing. Number 6. For some reason, the players in this clip are just messing around Tilted Towers, even though they are top 20, and could actually win considering one of them has a golden scar.
I will have to come inside.
They appear to be doing the bounce pad and jump pad glitch that sends you flying into the air, but it doesn't work out as expected.
Oh, for f***'s sake! Who's this way truck? I'm recording that.
After several attempts at the glitch, once this player finally gets it, his glider doesn't come out and he just goes straight towards the ground. After already being frustrated that the glitch didn't work, he lands right in front of an enemy trap that immediately knocks him down. Of course, that isn't all that makes him so unlucky. As he tries to crawl away from the trap, he can't make it away in time, and the trap fully kills him, leaving his friend to bathe in all of his loot. Number 5. Salty Springs is one of my favorite places to drop in Fortnite. However, it isn't always the best considering it is close to the middle of the map. The player in this clip is able to act as a cleanup crew and wipes out Ragnarok immediately with a headshot right after the Ragnarok had killed someone. He sees the beautiful loot just sitting there for someone to collect. A purple scar, golden dual pistols, and tons of ammo. As soon as his hopes get up over all this loot, he's sniped from 136 meters away through the window by a player on top of a huge mountain. Yes, it was quite an amazing shot, but I would be so pissed off if I had all those guns taken away from the tips of my fingers. There's not much the player could have done to avoid this insane sniper shot. However, it is incredibly unlucky that he got killed through the tiny window right after getting a clean headshot on a Ragnarok. Number 4. Since the release of the shopping carts and ATKs, ramps have been placed across the map where shopping carts can normally be found nearby. On top of one of the mountains covered in ramps, there are several shopping carts that are apparently held in place by a few trees. A player climbs the mountain and is collecting materials by getting rid of trees, but little does he know how this decision will affect him soon after. Removing the trees from one top of the mountain caused the shopping carts to come loose and made one of them start to slowly roll. After around 30 seconds of just sitting on a brick ramp, watching players battle ahead, the shopping cart starts rolling downhill and manages to hit the player on the ramp, knocking him all the way off the mountain and killing him. I don't even know how I would react to this happening to me. Should I be impressed that the shopping cart actually hit me, or angry because I got killed randomly? Number 3. All of us could use a little bit of luck when it comes down to being top 5 in any Fortnite game. This player, who already happens to be low on health, is trying to build a 1x1 to get the high ground. Instead of staying in the middle of the battle with his low health, he tries to place a bounce pad so he can get away, and quite possibly heal up. He jumped up assuming the bounce pad will push him away so he doesn't take any fall damage, but as soon as he goes into the air, the bounce pad is shot out with the sniper. This causes him to jump straight out of the 1x1 he built and makes him fall to his death. He didn't exactly have a great chance at winning this game even though he was top 5 due to his health already being low. Number 2. You're in a top 10 situation, so you're already sweating. But imagine pushing a player when you're that close to winning and then your controller dies mid-battle. Well, that's just what happened to this player. He was pushing someone who had low health. They were boxed in and kept building over themselves. Once the player who was pushing was finally able to get the guy with low health out, his controller died and then the other player proceeded to blow his brains out. On top of this, the player who killed him only had 9 health left. This is why I always play with my controller plugged in. Xbox controllers run through batteries way too often, and I'm not trying to get second place just because my controller died. Number 1. This clip is by far the unluckiest clip on this list. In this clip, Muselk interrupts a rescue mission to save a drift from underneath the build limit on the side of the map. He tries to help the drift by building a ramp down, but finds out he can't build ramps all the way down, so he tries to bring the ATK down to use the bouncy roof. While he brings it down, the ramp's in the most sketchy way possible. He ends up knocking the drift into the water, which killed him. What started as a hopeful rescue mission turned into an accidental slaughter. Worst of all, once the ATK was down there, the bouncy roof worked perfectly and it was able to bring him back to the top, but this time without his new drift friend. Well, that's it for this list. Like I always say, if you did make it this far, make sure to hit me up in the comments as I always respond. Say what's up. Also, don't forget to drop a like down below. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys.